HTC 10 Review. HTC has gone from being an OEM for the likes of Dell and HP to producing some of the finest and most iconic Android smartphones of the last 5 years under its own banner. It's also recently diversified its business into the virtual reality space with HTC Vive Tech Corporation. However, the profitability of the company's smartphone business has been a sore subject for some time, and recent reports suggest things are still not quite right. Despite this, HTC continues to churn out smartphones, and just a couple of months ago, it launched not one, but 7 new models in India. Our focus for today is the company's flagship for 2016, called the HTC 10. Unlike LG and Samsung, which had an early start with their flagships, HTC thought it best to be fashionably late to the party. Will this strategy pay off? Our initial impressions of the phone were pretty positive, and it's now time to put it to the test. The one thing HTC has gotten right since the original one is aesthetics, and we're happy to see that the 10 is no different. Sculpted from a single block of aluminum, the phone feels as premium as they come. The body is built ergonomically, but the smooth finish doesn't offer much grip, which can be a problem when using the phone with one hand. The phone has a distinctively wide chamfered edge on the back, which looks nice when light catches it. We did notice that the edges around the display can feel a little sharp when you hold this phone. The display is a sensibly sized 5.2-inch Super LCD 5-panel with a Quad HD, 1440 by 2560 resolution and Gorilla Glass protection. What we really love is the way the display curves around the edges, the earpiece and the capacitive home button, looking like a layer of liquid on top of stone. Display quality is great, with good color reproduction and accurate touch response. You can choose between vivid or sRGB color profiles and also fine-tune the color temperature for each. There are backlit navigation keys on either side of the home button, which also houses the fingerprint sensor. The HTC 10 has separate trays on either side for a microSD card, up to 2 TB, and a SIM. The volume and power buttons are well crafted with good tactile feedback, and the latter gets additional ridges to help you locate it by touch. The 3.5mm headphone socket is on the top, while the USB Type-C port and speaker are on the bottom. The Type-C port on the 10 supports USB 3.1 Gen 1 speeds, so you can take advantage of faster data transfers. Remember to enable this feature in the Settings app. The slightly curved back houses the 12 Ultra Pixel 2 camera, laser autofocus sensor, and dual-tone LED flash. The camera lens bulges slightly from the back, but there's a metal ring protecting it, and during our review period, we didn't find any scuffs or chipped paint. We were sent just the phone for review with no accessories. In the retail box, you can expect to find a data cable, a quick charge 3.0 compatible adapter, and a headset. In terms of power, the HTC 10 packs in nothing but the best. We have Qualcomm's Snapdragon 820 quad-core SoC, 4 GB of RAM, and 32 GB or flash storage. This results in some pretty good benchmarks numbers. We got 118,856 in Antutu and a healthy 53 FPS in GFSPench. Other specifications include Category 9 LTE speeds for most Indian 4G bands, Bluetooth 4.2, NFC, dual-band Wi-Fi B/G/NAC, USB OTG, and GPS. There is no FM radio. The phone also seems to have reverse charging, which makes it act like a power bank. The option pops up when you plug in a USB device. HTC's Sense user interface over Android Marshmallow is now incredibly minimalist, and that's a very good thing. In fact, the company has ditched many of its own apps, gallery, music, in favor of Google's native ones, which makes for a lean, clutter-free interface. Blink feed is still present when you swipe right from the home screen, but it can be turned off if you never use it. It gives you new snippets from Twitter and the News Republic app, but you can also sync your calendar, Google+, LinkedIn and meal recommendations from restaurants around you. A long press on the home screen lets you change the screen layout from classic to something called freestyle. What this does is change the entire theme of the phone, based on what you select, and replace most of the icons with stickers. You can link the stickers to apps or simply use them for decoration. It's a fun concept, but the novelty may wear off after a few days. The Themes app lets you change the look of your phone in one go, or you can individually choose an icon set, wallpaper, sounds, and fonts. The Boost Plus app automatically cleans junk files to free up storage at set intervals. In addition to this, you can lock apps with your fingerprint, uninstall apps, and optimize games in order to get more battery life. You also get the usual Google Apps and Zoe Video Editor, which helps you create short films from your photo collection. The Settings app contains tools to import your data from an older Android phone or iPhone, HTC Connect for streaming media to compatible devices, motion launch gestures for accessing features when the display is off, HTC Mini Plus support, and HTC Boom Sound. The HTC 10 never skipped a beat during our rigorous test period. There were a few moments when the interface would stutter, but these were few and far between. Call quality is rather excellent, with clear audio from the earpiece. We found that the phone doesn't overheat during regular use, but it does get noticeably hot when using the camera.
Like